this feeling before. I never wanted anyone more, and something in your eyes tells me you feel the way that
I feel like you too. If you would like to stay here all night, you know that I would say it's alright. Though I'm saying yes, I confess I've got more on my mind, 'cause I want more of you than your time.
all of you, your body and soul, every kind of love you can express, all the secret dreams you've never told.
I want everything, and I'll take nothing less.
All of you, as long as you live, everything you've never shared before.
I want
All of you that you can give,
all your joys and all your sorrows.
your todays and your tomorrow.
How I'd long to feel the warmth of your touch. And then if I'm not asking too much, I'd like to spend my life wandering through
All the wonders of you.
all the wonders of you.
And when we lie close in the dark, so close I feel each beat of your heart.
I want you to reveal what you feel.
All you hold deep inside, there is nothing I want you to hide. All of you, your body and soul, everything you want this love to be.
I want all of you,
All
that you can give.
and in return for all your giving, let me give you all of me. All of you, your body and soul, every kind of love you can express, all the secret dreams you never told.
I want everything,
Everything,
everything.
all of you, as long as you live, everything you want this love to be.
I want all of you.
All that you
Lahat ng kilig, tawanan, musika at iba pa, nandito lang yan. Ano man ang iyong nararamdaman, mayroon kaming tugstugan para dyan. Saan man, kailan man. Sumasahing papawid sa 99.5. Kami po ang inyong Cool FM. ang inyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan. Number 1, kahit saan.
Good morning, Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And yes, we are back finally with another episode of Hello Pilipinas. It's been a long time since the last time I have been hosting the show, and now we're in the right time of around the quarter because it is Valentine's Day, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Valentine's to those who are celebrating, and of course, in this episode of Hello Pilipinas, we will be sharing our highlights on what you can make the most out of Hello Pilipinas. Not, I mean, where you can make the most out of Valentine's with varying from food, travel, music, or anything you can do this Valentine's. Okay, so let's get my screen share up as we will be highlighting our first one, and we will be talking about our food recommendations from the Inquiry Lifestyle. The majority that I will be grabbing is from Inquiry Lifestyle. So let's get my screen share up right now, and let's talk about with the food. So here we are, as it is. Yeah, love your heart on Valentine's Day. So yes, they are right. This is where you can embrace yourselves and your and your friends out there, or whatever your girlfriend, your boyfriend you have there. This is where you can bring your friends or your family to anyone where they will have and where they will enjoy spending their time having their good quality food. Okay, so February arrives garbed in red with flowers, cards, chocolates, candlelit dinners, and promises meant to last forever. Of course. And speaking of chocolates, I do want to mention that my sister is actually planning to make a flower, the DIY flower, which is Ferrero, if I'm not mistaken. So if we go search DIY Ferrero, flour. Here is the example what my sister is gonna plan on doing. So you can see in one of the images there, this is what my sister is planning to do with her Valentine's. So you can see one of the pictures right here. Heck, even the for her right here. Yeah, what this is what you can call this a DIY uh, flower with the chocolate inside. That's what you could call that your own chocolate there. But that's not what we're talking about for now. But we're talking about the food recommendations with this Valentine's Day. So let's love a little differently by caring for the heart itself, the very reason why we celebrate. Dr. Christine Evie Gonzalez, founder of the Wellness Institute International, describes the heart as not just an organ, it is the rhythm of our life force. She says, to heal the heart, we must nourish both vessel and spirit. Now, I know you are wondering, and I know if you are getting as you are getting older, you are all obviously should be concerned about your health, okay? Because eating fat foods, eating foods that eating unhealthy foods could cause any disease, and heck, it can even cause a cancer. Keep that in mind. And and with the disease they're talking about is cardiovascular. Okay, cardiovascular. So cardiovascular disease remains the leading cause of death worldwide, yet is also among the most preventable and even reversible chronic conditions. But healing begins where we make daily choices. In the kitchen, in the kitchen. Okay, in the kitchen. Yeah. So again, but um, healing begins where we make daily choices in the kitchen. Every ingredient has the power either to constrict or to nourish the arteries of life. High blood pressure, atherosclerosis, elevated cholesterol, and stroke risk all trace back to chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, poor circulation, and endothelial dysfunction. Thoughtful, intentional food choices can reduce plaque buildup, improve blood flow, lower LDL, or if you're wondering what LDL stands for, it stands for low density lipoprotein cholesterol, and support the repair of blood vessels. Heart disease doesn't appear overnight, okay? Remember that. It doesn't appear right away, if you are wondering. If again, if you're eating heavy food, I mean, yeah, obviously it's not gonna appear overnight, right? Anyway, so well, again, heart disease doesn't appear overnight. It develops quietly, shaped by inflammatory diets, inactivity, stress, poor sleep, and long-term nutrient depletion. Its drivers are familiar: excess sugar, trans fats, and sodium, imbalanced cholesterol, insulin resistance, chronic stress, and unresolved emotional strain, and deficiencies in heart protective nutrients like magnesium, CoQ10, and antioxidants. Now, the hopeful truth is this: the endothelium, the delicate lining of our blood vessels, can regenerate. When anti-inflammatory, antioxidant-rich food and daily movement, the heart can regain its strength, rhythm, and resilience. In Dr. Gonzalez's integrative approach, heart health is shaped as much by daily habits and emotional rhythms as it is by diagnosis. Now, we are moving on to a very interesting part. Uh, uh, Using your food as a medicine, okay? Using your food as a medicine approach. Isn't that great? Okay, so foods that reduce arterial inflammation and oxidative stress help regulate blood pressure and lipid levels, strengthen circulation, prevent clotting, and protect both the heart muscle and the vascular lining. Now, we have you have five core principles of core dietary principles. So let's start with number one. Eat mostly plants, especially leafy greens, scruciferous vegetables, berries, and legumes. Number two, choose healthy fats. Healthy fats being olive oil, flaxseed, walnuts, avocado, and fatty fish or seaweed. Number three, minimize salt, sugar, and processed fats. These stiffen arteries and strain the heart. Number four, prioritize potassium and magnesium-rich foods, which is essential for relaxing blood vessels and regulating pressure. And number five, use heart support herbs and spices. Example being garlic, turmeric, ginger, hartshorn, and cayenne. That these are the five core dietary principles. Now, as for the star healing foods for the heart, we have these. We have beets, which boost nitric oxidate and improve circulation. Garlic, which is one of my favorite ingredient for cooking kangkong and of course cooking fried rice, which lowers blood pressure and reduce plaque buildup. Number three, flax seeds, which is rich in omega-3s and fiber to lower LDL cholesterol. Number four, olive oil, which is anti-inflammatory, protects arterial health. Number five, walnuts, which reduce oxidative stress and support healthy, high-density lipoprotein cholesterol. Now, again, for the HDL, that stands for high-density lipoprotein. And we have leafy greens, which is high in folate and magnesium, which help lower blood pressure. And finally, number six, pomegranate, which improves endothelial function, antioxidant rich. Food is where healing often begins. Loving the heart, however, asks us to go further. Now, Healing the heart asks for more than nourish alone. It also calls for release. Integrative, integrative heart care weaves together body, breath, and emotional well-being. Daily movement, whether a brisk walk, gentle yoga, or dancing, keeps circulation alive and resilient. Conscious breathing calms the nervous system and helps lower blood pressure. Laughter, connection, and shared meals restore balance, improving heart rate viability and reminding us that community is medicine too. Now, Dr. Gonzalez reflects this statement. The heart responds to what you feed it, not only food, but thoughts, relationships, and moments of stillness. Let this be a season of returning to rhythm, self care, compassion, and care that truly lasts. Now, here are your recipes you can do to love your heart, or you say nourishing recipes. Number one, our first recipe is beetroot and arugula salad with garlic lemon dressing. Now, this is the first time I'm hearing it in my life, which I never heard of it before, but this is a recipe to look out for. So, this is a vibrant salad that supports circulation and nitric oxide production. And for the ingredients, you need beets, arugula, sunflower seeds, and circus. And for the dressing, it will be olive oil, lemon, raw garlic, and black pepper. And that recipe lowers blood pressure, improves oxygen flow, and adds heart healthy fiber. Now, the next recipe is omega-3 chia walnut bowl. It is a heart protective breakfast rich in essential fatty acids. So for the ingredients, it will be chia soaked in almond milk, ground walnuts, cinnamon, and blueberries. And for the optional, you can add is cacao nibs, flaxseed, and pomegranate. And that recipe supports artificial elasticity and healthy lipid levels. Number three, the next recipe is garlic ginger vegetable soup. Now, this is what I might be trying out someday. So it's warming and nourishing, and it supports vascular health and detox pathways. And for the ingredients, you'll need onion, celery, carrots, kale, zucchini, garlic, ginger, turmeric, and cayenne. And should be simmered in vegetable broth, finished with olive oil. And the recipe is anti-inflammatory, circulatory, and mineral rich. Number four, our next recipe is herbal tonic, hibiscus and hawthorn tea. It's a fruity and tart, caffeine-free tea blend. So the ingredients you'll need is hibiscus petals, hawthorn berries, and cinnamon. And it gently supports blood pressure and emotional heart balance. And that is the recipe you'll need to know that you need to know for supporting your well-being and of course taking care of your heart. And as the title says, wishing you a happy Valentine's Day. Eat well. And if you are interested for the copy of the book, which is the Wellness Prescription Cookbook, Recipes to Prevent Chronic Disease, Reclaim Health, and Support Vitality, you are more than welcome to contact their number or send a message to 63917-878-8972. Or yeah, again, the number you can send a message to is +63. Again, +63 is a Philippine number or Philippine code 917-878-TWPC. Again, TWPC is 8972. Or you can email her at luminawellnesssolutions@gmail.com. And now, as we move on to another round of recipes, we got Dr. Gonzalez Plant Forward recipes. So, this time we are talking about lemon herb salmon with warm lentil and spinach salad, which can serve 2 to 3 people. So, and for example, the glance, this is what you could get an idea right there. So, If you wanna know, here it is. So, cooking for the heart is a quiet yet powerful expression of love and care. These are some of the recipes she shared, and what we're talking again is right here is lemon herb salmon with warm lentil and spinach salad. So, for the ingredients, you will need two salmon fillets, 4 to 5 ounces each, 1 cup cooked green or brown lentils, no added salt, 2 cups of fresh spinach, 1 small shallot, thinly sliced, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, zest and juice of 1 lemon, 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley or dill, 1 small clove of garlic minced, and black pepper. And it's up to you if you want to add to. If it's up to you if you want to add red pepper flakes. Again, that's optional. Right. For the procedures on how to cook the salmon herb lemon with warm lentil and spinach salad, here are your instructions. Well, this is the procedure. Well, number one, you need to heat the oven to 400 Fahrenheit, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Place salmon on a lined tray, rub with olive oil, lemongrass, garlic, and pepper. Roast for 10 minutes. Roast for 10 to 12 minutes. Just cook through. And then you warm lentils and shallots in a skillet for 2 to 3 minutes. Fold in spinach until just wilted. Number 3, remove from heat. Stir in lemon juice and herbs. And finally, serve tennel spinach salad topped with salmon. Add red pepper flakes if desired. Again, that's up to you if you want to add red pepper flakes. And these are the Valentine's Day healthy recipes that you might be interested. So, what will you do now after hearing this? What will you be cooking for this Valentine's or this healthy morning? Well, if I were you, oops, oops. Okay. Anyway. So what if I were you? I would definitely go with the salmon because I haven't had salmon. I miss eating salmon. So yeah, I would definitely go with this one. But if you want more healthy options, you go with the nourishing recipes for the heart, which you can find. And that is our first topic to discuss with our Valentine's Day right here on Hello Pilipinas, and that is healthy food that we have achieved. Now, before we head to our commercial break, we need to talk about how Valentine's Day is being expressed across Asia. So, Valentine's Day is organized all around the world, but the way it's celebrated can look very different depending on where you are. Across Asia, February 14 is not only about the roses and fancy dinners. It is more about rules and art and rituals, and sometimes even faith. For some of us, love is coded in rich chocolates, while for others, it's in public performance, communal milestones, or an experience manifested in tradition. These moments and gestures reveal not simply how people choose to express their affection, but the meaning of love in each culture. Whoops. All right. So, how is Valentine's Day expressed? Well, let's start with Japan. In Japan, it's the woman who traditionally take the lead. In the bustling streets of Tokyo, cafes, shops, and department stores are filled with neatly wrapped chocolates, each type carrying a separate message. Homemade choco for romantic interest, kiri choco for colleagues, and jibu choco, a little indulgence for oneself. A woman may linger over the display of confectionery, carefully choosing the chocolate that communicates exactly what she wants to say. And a month later, men traditionally return the gesture on White Day, completing the quiet and thoughtful exchange. Love here is a playful language, deliberate yet subtle, and quietly performed. Now, South Korea. Across the street from Japan, a slightly similar yet louder, more social rhythm plays on Valentine's Day in South Korea. Here, women also give gifts on February 14th, and on White Day, the women reciprocate in ways that are laden with intent. A little box of chocolate may signal friendship, while a more extravagant gift may show a more serious and romantic intent. This exchange is a little more public and performative, noticed by co-workers and friends, and the tradition goes beyond couples. On April 14th, Black Day, single people gather over bowls of jjajangmyeon or black bean noodles, marking a place of their own in the calendar of love. These trees are abuzz with friends and couples participating in these shared social traditions. Now, as we move on to China, while many cultures emphasize cultured exchanges, gifts, and chocolates, others let history and traditional methodology shape their day. In China, while definitely observed in cities, the February 14th tradition is the Guisi Festival, drawing inspiration from the legend of the cowherd and rebel girl. In this tale, the lovers are torn apart by the heavens, divided by the Milky Way for daring to love across realms. Just once a year, magpies gather to form a bridge so they meet again, or so they may meet again. This myth transforms the celebration into something tender and enduring, a reminder that love, even when separated by distance, can survive through faith. During this time, couples visit temples, exchange symbolic gifts, and make wishes for lasting harmony. Now, on to our country, the Philippines. For the start, we find a publicly celebrated celebration of Valentine's Day in the Philippines. Here, local governments transform city halls, basketball courts, and public plazas into wedding venues for the day, and organizations host kasalangbayan or mass weddings. For many couples, the ceremony offers an accessible way to formalize their union, with sponsors often providing rings, bouquets, cakes, and even modest receptions. Rows of pride predates in simple white dresses or coordinated shirts stand side by side, reciting vows in unison as families and onlookers gather to watch. It is both practical and deeply romantic, a reminder that love can be rooted in community as much as intimacy. A love that's not just felt, but performed for all to witness. And now, we are focusing on India. Now, not all expressions of love unfold before a crowd. In India, it's done in a different way. Valentine's Day often blends modern romance with tradition. So in cities, young couples exchange chocolates, flowers, handwritten notes, and even pose for photos inspired by Bollywood romance. Others visit temples together, seeking blessings for the relationship, removing their shoes at the entrance, and offering flowers or incense, seeking blessings for a harmonious future. Traditional gifts such as saris, delicate bangles, or boxes of mithai, being lados, barfi, or silver leaf kaju kali may accompany the gesture. In this single day, contemporary affection meets the beautiful, long-standing cultural practices. It becomes a negotiation between the personal and the ceremonial, showing that love can adapt without losing its meaning. Across the continent, February 14th is less about a single, universal idea of romance and more about how love is enacted through intention. Now, what is love? Okay, across the continent, February 14th is less about a single, universal idea of romance and more about how love is enacted through intention. This is expressed in chocolate, noodles, tradition, myth, ceremony, or gifts. Some gestures are private, some public, some solemn, others playful. Valentine's Day, in this way, becomes less about imported romance and more about adaptation. Though this day may have a global recognition, it isn't adopted wholesale and instead blends to absorb local values, religious practices, social expectations, and even humor. It becomes structured in some places, mythic in others, and communal elsewhere. And perhaps this is the beauty of Valentine's Day. It shows us that love neither arrives in a single language or culture, nor does it require a performance. It is up to interpretation and is negotiated, reshaped by the people who truly see us. Now, what is your favorite Valentine's Day so far? Or I should say, what is your favorite country when it comes to Valentine's Day? And what is your favorite cultural differences? Because for me, my preference would go to Japan because the way how Japan is doing Valentine's Day is more on chocolate, so that will be my favorite part. And I'll also, of course, I will also have to pin my country, that is the Philippines, because Philippines is also the way where you can give your gifts and your cakes or anything you want to your fiance or whatever you're in dating, right? So yeah, what is your favorite cultural? What is your favorite country when it comes to Valentine's Day? I would love to know. And now it's now 9:25 p.m. Not 20. It's now 9:25 in the morning, as we will now be taking our first commercial break. But don't worry, we still have a lot more Valentine's topics to talk about. And what are we talking later? Well, oh shoot. Let me read it. There is. What are we talking about later? Well, we will be talking about the music performances that will be taking place this Valentine's. Except one which already happened, or two, but it's still worth noting to share. So later in our Valentine's special of Hello Pilipinas, we will be talking about our music, of course. And of course, we also gonna talk about the arts and culture with Leon Gallery and ACC Philippines to launch their annual benefit auction, and the useful and interesting marks to look forward to this Valentine's. So we got a lot to talk about right here on Hello Pilipinas. It is now 9:26 a.m. and Hello Pilipinas will return after the break. We will be right back.
Mira drinking water. Fresh, cool, calm.
Sa panahon ngayon, dapat maging mapanuri. Ang safe na toyo ay pasado sa food safety standards. Evacuation kasama ang level ng 3 MCPD. Ang DM soy sauce, pasado. Safe gamitin, safe ang inyong pamilya. Magbabakasakali ka pa ba? DM soy sauce, ito ay safe.
Iron, taurine, and B vitamins is the key for PD Cola.
PD Cola.
25 pesos lang, sang ka ba? Bilang isang journo at isang host ng sarili kong programa, hindi talaga biro ang trabaho. At kapag pagod, sisigla pa rin ako with the Miralles Cola Grape. Miralles Cola Grape with iron, taurine, B nasigla ang araw ko. Nasigla ang araw with Miralles Cola.
PDM.
Pagdating sa kalusugan ng pamilya, kailangan safe. Ang toyong dapat yung suriin, dapat pasado sa Food Safety Standards Evaluation, kasama ang level ng 3 MCPD. Ang DM soy sauce, pasado yan. Safe gamitin, safe sa inyong pamilya. DM soy sauce, ito ay safe.
Hi there, I'm Stella, your karaoke assistant. And in the world of consumers out there, there's a perfect choice for you.
Introducing Neo Plus and Neo Max, the super system with over a terabyte full of HD quality songs to the vast variety of genres to choose from. The consumer's choice for the best system for rentals with easy upgrade system. Neo Plus and Neo Max, only at Cinetron Synplus. Reimagine karaoke with XTS 3.
Kahit saan, sisig ng ina mo. Lunod ka sa saya, mula sa pampagana hanggang sa dulo.
Ang sisig na hinahanap-hanap mo ay nasa sisig ng ina mo na. For just 70 pesos, may legit na kapampangan na sisig ka na with soft drinks and sabaw. Dito lang yan sa sisig ng ina mo.
Ay naku, kakapagod mag-drive. Kailangan ko ng mainom.
Uhaw baka mo?
Who's that voice?
O ito, Miralles Cola Orange.
Teka, ito ba'y may iron, taurine, at B vitamins?
Correct! Try mo!
Oh wow, it's refreshing. Thanks, Billy.
Pwede mo rin yan araw-arawin 6 to. Para mas masigla ang araw, mag-Miralles Cola na!
15 pesos na lang.
Bili na! Miralles Cola!
Dito na tayo sa Jar A. kung saan lahat ay okay. Sa Joy lahat dito ay super mura. Lahat mga maganda dito sa Joy Sa Joy napatunayan na ng bayan, wala namang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapa-Joy talaga kayo. Ang supermarket namin ay Joy.
Make your sauce tastier with O Spend mayonnaise. Mix, dip, and eat. Sarap. Make your meals deliciously neat with O Spend mayonnaise.
Welcome back to the program. It is now 9:31 in the morning as we continue our Valentine's special of Hello Pilipinas. So let's get my screen share up once again as we continue our, of course, well, we're talking about the cakes. Yeah, we're gonna talk about cakes first. So, yep, we'll be talking about cakes. So, Sweden Galentine's, that's a funny name. Sweden Galentine's Day with these cakes. So, there's a saying they once saw on TikTok that stuck with me. A special date for men is just an average ladies' night, and honestly, it's the same thought for them. Occasions like Valentine's Day follow the same playbook. A bouquet of flowers, a candlelit dinner, a gift, a kiss, a hug, and photos to commemorate the event and scene. Marketed and endlessly capitalized on, holidays like these turn romance into spectacle, complete with exorbitantly priced flowers as if love needs a special day to be celebrated. But who says that Valentine's Day is only for couples? For single people, or even the ladies who just want to celebrate and uplift their girls' friends, Valentine's Day exists. And it's basically a love letter to friendships, complete with flowers, good food, and yes, even cake. Because single or not, you can have your cake and eat it too. Love yourself and your friends. Are they right? Right. Our first in the list is Max Corner Bakery. Skip the flowers, get a bouquet cake. Flowers are nice, cake is nice, but together, even better. For a limited time, Max Corner Bakery introduces the bouquet vanilla cream cake, a soft vanilla chiffon layered with light strawberry cream and cream cheese frosting, topped with tulip buttercream blossoms. A visual stunner made for sharing, it comes with your choice of pink or red tulips in 5-inch and 8-inch slices. Our next in the list is Patisserie Le Chocolat. Oh my god, the first word is totally reminding me of Patisserie Plain, which is referring to the fragrant flower blooms in dignity, but that's not what we're talking about today. But again, Patisserie Le Chocolat, a strawberry dream in mirror glaze. Strawberries and cream, a lovely combination that is timely for this month of love and friendships. And the Finesse strawberry cake, a delightful cake by Patisserie de Chocolate's chef Ali Salar, is a visual stunner as it is elegant. And here is the first look. Let me just zoom out the website so y'all can see it well here. So this is the Finesse strawberry right here. If we go to next, ooh, that looks that looks very delicious inside, huh? So take layers of strawberry mousse, soft ginocé, strawberry compote, smooth Finesse cream cheese, and cashew dacoisi. All this in a mirror cake, a patisserie le chocolat signature, complete with a flower and heart topper, proudly made with Philippine chocolate. So if you are interested in this cake right here, you can pre-order. You can message at Patisserie Le Chocolat on Instagram or fill out their order form to place your order. I mean. Pre-orders need a minimum of 1 to 2 days lead time. Pickup points are at Podium Mall, Pantaloon, or BF Homes in Paranaque City. And as for, I forgot to point out for Max Corner's Bakery, if you're interested, you can pre-order right now. Walk-in same-day purchases are also available in store while supplies last. Now, for Sugar Bee, a sweet way to say I love you. Nothing says I love you quite like a sweet offering, and if you're craving decadent chocolate, Sugar Bee's best-selling chocolate cake has you covered. Soft, moist, and richly chocolatey, the Love XOXO cake is a two-layered, 6-inch heart-shaped twist on the classic chocolate cake, which you can easily customize with a short decoration. Or dedication, rather, sorry. It even comes with your choice of salted caramel frosting, a personal favorite, or baby pink tint vanilla frosting. Finish off with heart-shaped sprinkles, and the best part, a touch of salt, which cuts through the richness and really brings out the cake's decadent. And if you're interested right now, you can order online on their website, that is sugarbee.com.ph, or you can order through GrabFood. You may also visit their branches at White Plains, Gorileta Mall, SM Mega Mall, BGC Stopover, Uptown BGC, and Sart Supermarket. And if we head over to their website, this is where they sell their cakes right there. And oh wow, Valentine's gift ideas. Let's see what they have. Right. So the price starts at around 350 pesos to 1,200 pesos if you are going to get cupcakes. But if you want to get a cake, that will start around 940 pesos. So here it is. Happy Valentine's Day, Happy Mother's Day. There are so many, and you can even make your own custom message too. Is that really neat? Yeah. It's just it does cost a lot. They do make a lot of good quality cakes, which you can really appreciate. Our next in the list is Saint Day Annie Cakes, which has banana and tiramisu, which is a bliss. Tiramisu has been popular as of late, and what better way to get on that bandwagon than by indulging in Saint Day Annie Cakes' newest limited time offering, the Banana Mitsu Bliss. Yep, the Banana Mitsu Bliss. Creamy, light, and finish off with fresh bananas for that added bite. This cake brings together the bittersweet notes of coffee, the softness of chiffon cake, and complementary notes of cream and cheese. Whether enjoyed with friends over coffee or as a nightcap after a good meal, this playful cake on a classic is a must try. And if you are interested in that kind of cake, you can pre-order and secure yours right now by messaging at Saint Day Annie Cakes Manila on Instagram. Pickup locations will be in New Manila, Quezon City, and Alia, Alabama. Now, Cravings as a shop. Oh yes, Cravings as a shop. Okay, Cravings as a shop. So Cravings, sweet moments shared with a heart-shaped cake. Hearts are everywhere this month, sometimes to the point of being overrated, but this heart-shaped cake from Cravings may change your mind. A twist on its best-selling chocolate caramel cake, this version is not only heart-shaped, it even comes with fresh strawberries to complement the decadent richness of its chocolate base, caramel icing, and oozing chocolate ganache. And if you are interested in that kind of cake, you can place your orders through Cravings branches located in Maginhawa in Quezon City, Alabang in Maginhawa, Quezon City, Alabang in Phil-Infest City, Santolan in San Juan, and Cravings signatures along White Plains Avenue. And you can browse their full menu at the website, that is cravingskitchenph.com. So let's head over to the website if you're curious what do they offer. And aside from the cake, they also offer a regular menu. Yes, they also offer a regular menu. Aside from cake, they also offer a regular food menu like this. So it's too big, so I will be. Is it possible to? Oh, I can't. Okay, so let's head over to their menu. So they do have Cravings Classic, packed meals, pasta by the pan, and pastries and cake treats. But those three are not where we will be talking for this Valentine's. We are talking about the cakes. So what can you get from them? You can get chocolate caramel cake, devil's food cake, chocolate caramel acrylic, which it will be around 300 pesos. Cherry walnut cheesecake, polvoron cake, toasted marshmallow devil's cake, mango tres leches cake, dayab cake, mocha praline crunch cake, mango cashew torre, chocolate caramel cake in tin can, carrot cake, strawberry shortcake, and there are so many cakes you can choose from for this Valentine's. So yeah, and if you are not feeling for a cake, I can also head to pastries and treats instead. So you get as s'mores, you have Rocky Road clusters, you got matcha Oreo as s'mores, pili and cashew nut baklava, you got fudge walnut brownies and red velvet cheesecake brownies. Pretty cool, right? Those are the treats you can those are the treats and cakes you can get from Cravings. Next, Goldilocks are the very classic food chain. Goldilocks. Small cakes, big intentions. Large cakes, at least for small goods, are a big commitment. But small cakes take the pressure off, inviting everyone to try a little bit of everything. Knowing this, Goldilocks launched Petitite Cakes this February, miniature iterations of their signature cakes that come with heart-shaped candies, perfect for gifting or sharing with friends. So you can choose from the Luxia's Petitite Mocha for coffee lovers, the Lucia's Petitite Caramel for those with a sweet tooth, and the Lucicus Petitite Choco for friends who want a touch of indulgence. And yes, you can head over to any Goldilocks branch, or you can have it ordered via delivery through GrabFood, Foodpanda, or through their website, goldilocksdelivery.ph. So if we head over to the website that is Goldilocks Delivery, you can see they're selling mostly cakes, as you are seeing right there. No source. Okay, I will have to enter my address. Just give you a moment or two. I will enter my address just to show you, just to show off what they have in my local Goldilocks. Give me a moment. Okay, I got my nearest store up now. So let's see what else we got. Else I have here. Let me get my screenshot once again back up. Okay, so this is my main food offers. Yep, my nearest Goldilocks store has food trays, Serapina rice meals, all-day merienda, and drinks and desserts. Previously, you only saw the big four, which you don't get to see the food meals, but now I get a lot. So that's what I'm going to be showing you here. So you got greeting cakes, you got Luxia's Mocha for a bigger cake that is 8-inch and 12-inch. And you have the smaller size right there, Luxia's chocolate 9/3. Oh my gosh, that's how they number there. You got the premium cakes, which is Choco Cherry Torte, Signature Chocolate, Mango Express, and Black Forest. Those are the cakes you got there. Now, as we head over to the very interesting section, very valid times. Let's go to that section. See what happens when we go to that section. All right, as featured in the article, choosing from their very scare, they were right. So we got Lucia's Caramel, Classic Mocha Balloons, Classic Choco Balloons, Rainbow Magic, Luxia's Chocolate, and yeah. And the cheapest you can get is Classic Mocha Pastel Blooms 9/3, which starts at 558 pesos. That's it, and that also goes for Classic Mocha Balloons 9/3. So if you're on a budget for a cake, I'm proud to say this will start around 500. These cakes will start at around 558 pesos for a Classic Mocha Pastel. That's all I can say right there. And those are and which one of the Goldilocks cake is your favorite? Which one would you be getting? What will you get for your loved ones? All right, on to the last one, and that is Oyi and Olive. Stick together over something sweet. Yep. Yep, this is our last section, which we will be. Sorry, this will be our. This is the last branch that they are featuring, and that is Oyi and Olive. Good friends should stick together, and what better way to commemorate Valentine's Day than with something sticky and sweet? Something like sticky toffee pudding, perhaps? Alright, so Start-based online purveyor Oyi and Olive serves up this classic in true English fashion. A moist, dome-shaped sponge cake, base dotted with dates paired with a decadent toffee sauce for that indulgent caramelly sweetness. It is best paired with a scoop of vanilla ice cream for creaminess, of course. And if you are interested in this type of cake, you can message them at Oyi and Olive on Instagram to place your order. Pickup points are at Alia West Group Heights and Santa Rosa Laguna. And ladies and gents, those are the cake branches to look out for, because this is a perfect way to celebrate your Valentine's by buying your loved ones a cake. If you love your family, you should be getting some cake. So, what are your favorite cakes so far? Let us know. And so far, my favorite overall goes to patisserie le chocolate. I mean, the texture inside is so. My God, I do wanna try their cake someday. But yeah, it really is yummy. If I had that opportunity to try this cake out, my God, I can already guarantee it will be very delicious. This is one of my favorite I can go with right there. And yeah, there you go. Those are your Valentine's cakes, or I should say Valentine's Day cakes featured in Inquiry Lifestyle. And what branch will you be going with? Okay, we're now finally talking about the music. Yup, feel the love or feel the beat of love and music this Valentine's weekend. So, this Valentine's season, the Philippine stage are set for love, nostalgia, and musical mastery across generations. Whether you hope to belt out pop rock and R&B hits in an arena, soak in the classics in elegant concert halls, or let loose in casual outdoor gigs, these shows will give you every reason to celebrate Heart Month with music. So unfortunately, the first one already finished, and we're talking about stages of love, but that's okay. We'll still mention it anyway, but this particular event already finished anyway. So yeah. So if you don't know Stages of Love, it was already held in SM Mall of Asia Arena, which is in Pasay City. So what is Stages of Love event? Well, if Top Suzara were to describe Freestyle's catalog of smooth love songs, of course, love songs. Speaking of love songs, we are playing love songs all day right here on Cool FM via Love Cool FM. So if you are interested in relaxing with our love songs, yeah, come on by to our Cool FM, which we will be playing love songs playlist all day until the Dreamy Show. All right, so yeah, okay, back to back to the topic. If Dr. Suzara were to describe Freestyle's catalog of sweet love songs, he would call it time machine music. And what's a Valentine's concert without a little reminiscing? Sure enough, the moment before I Let You Go, This Time and So Slow start playing, listeners are instantly transported to that unique niche tea brand created in the late 90s and early 2000s. That pocket where they made R&B ballads and a pop rock band setup feel like they were always meant to be together is what Freestyle hopes to bring back to Stages of Love. The show also features performances by Gigi Dillana and Neo Colors, one of the iconic OPM artists, by the way. The old songs have become the soundtrack of many people's lives, so performing them is always a meaningful experience. That is according to Zuzara, who is also working with the band on a new album of entirely new material. They are also gearing up for a US Canada tour in March and April. He adds, together we get to look back at all the good times and the bad. And now on to the next one, Love Letters, which is still being held today, which is taking place from February 13 to 15 at Proscenium Theater, Makati City. So, yep, class is back in session for the upcoming installment of its Maestro Class Concert Series. National Artist for Music Ryan Kayayap invites Opium legends Basil Valdez, Celeste Legaspi, and Ogie Alcalcid to give lessons on love. This syllabus highlights some of the local industry's iconic C's, enduring compositions by George Canseco, Jose Marichan, of course, the very well-known artist for its Christmas songs, and Willie Cruz, reimagined through Kayap's arrangements and genius. These artists share decades of collaboration. Valdez has worked with Kaya Yap since 1977, performing the famous winning song Para Isong Parisukat. For the musical Kati, Kaya Yap wrote Minsan ang Pinahal ay Ako, which was immortalized by Legaspi. While Alcacid doesn't have a Kaya Yap song in his repertoire, he has worked closely with the maestro in concerts, on TV, and in musical theater, most notably as Jose Rizal in Kaya Yap's 1996 musical, Sino Ka Ba, Jose Rizal. Together, they offer a rare Valentine's show that celebrates love and pays tribute to OPM's golden age. Now, another event that is as long as your mind was already held, unfortunately, but it's still worth to talk about. So, celebrating nearly a decade of on-stage symmetry, Sheila Valderrama and Armen Ferrer reunite for As Long As You're Mine. The Philippine Musical Theater stars promise a sophisticated set list spanning standards, pop, and show tunes, and even Disney's favorite, oh boy, of course, I can guess the Disney's classical hits that reflect love and its many faces. Honed by experienced and dubbed theater's on-stage love team, Valderrama and Ferrer's stage partnership started in 2017 with Ronnie Fortich's Best Seat in the House. They have since graced landmark productions, including Manila sa mga kuko ng Liwanag and the rock opera ballet Rama Hari. Following the success of the 2025 concert As We Are, this Valentine show will feature solos and duets, showcasing their crystalline soprano and rich tenor. Joining them are fellow theater power couples Lara Maigu and Gian McDangau, along with Mickey Brasho Volante and Enyoy Volante. Now, our next event, which will be taking place later today, Champions of the Heart, which will be held at Marriott Grand Ball. Anyway, I was saying the event will be held later today at Marriott Grand Ballroom, Newport World Resorts in Pasay City. I think Martin, right here, we got Martin Navarra. Martin Navarra, Chet Madela, Jonah, Carisse de Guzman, and Sofonio Vasquez have in common is that they began their musical journey through singing contests, and they're all the better for it. Winning the overall championship at a state talent held in Santa Fe, California in 1981 set Navarra on the path to becoming a singer. Matela, the first Filipino to take home the Grand Champion Performer of the World title at the World Championship of Performing Arts in 2005, is humbled when young hopefuls say he inspired them to take the stage. For Jonah, being a champion wouldn't have been possible without people who unwittingly supported her, like her high school advisor, who offered her a place to stay near Jimmy 7 while she competed in Pinoy Pop Superstar in 2004. The Voice Philippines 2013 runner-up and Your Voice Sounds Familiar 2021 winner. De Guzman looks at the challenges and rejection with the same fondness as her drums. Meanwhile, Velasquez, who had tried his luck in countless competitions in the Philippines before winning The Voice US 2024, believes that if you lose but never lose hope, you have already won. While the show will have these singers looking back on how they jumped on stage and in life, it's the hard part of the title. Nevera says that really matters. The star of the show is always love and relationships, he says. I hope we can tell your stories, your love stories, through songs. And perhaps through the show, you too will realize that you're a champion. Another event that will be taking place later today is Ban Gungot Aswang sa Manila. It will be held at 123 block or 123 block in Mandaluyong City. After a breakout 2025 with hits like Kalapastang Gangnan and the current #1 song, Pag-ibig ay Kanibalismo 2, all rock band Filter Karma aims to sustain the momentum with an upcoming release of their new single Aswang sa Manila. They will perform it as part of an hours long set of older tracks, unreleased material, and a few surprising covers. It captures hold on. Alright, so Joel DeLeon says it captures the frustration of wanting to say so much up to a person you care about, but ultimately feeling powerless and unheard. Composed by band members Joe DeLeon, Sofia Miranda, Sanders Bayas, and Mickey Mendoza, the song is inspired by J-rock and other heavier styles while staying true to their gothic and folklore-inspired themes and dark, emotional songwriting. This time, the band touches on yearning and alienation, the feeling of not belonging in someone's heart, no matter what you do. It captures the frustration of wanting to say so much to a person you won't care about, but ultimately feeling powerless and unheard, De Leon says. The single launch is also Filter Karma's way of thanking fans with exclusive merch, booths, and interactive activities throughout the show. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the events on what you can look out to this Valentine's Day. And what will you be looking forward to, except two of the events that already ended? Well, for me, if I can go out, I would definitely go to Champions of the Heart because they have one of the notable artists to look out to. And yep. So yes, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the heartwarming events you can visit today. And if you are very interested in capturing your heart with these music-filled performances, that is the one. These are the events are the ones to look out for. Okay, and later coming later, of course, we will still be talking about the annual benefit audition or auction. And of course, we'll be talking about our cute and useful mugs as well. And of course, we need to talk about 3 kinds of love. Yes, love into wedding gowns, ibig, irok, mahal, and love in Filipino style. And of course, ask yourself this: why is love harder when the body is overloaded and depleted? Which we will get into that later. But in the meantime, it is exactly 10 in the morning. As coming up after the break, we will be we will be having our news run up with Cool News Early Edition, and then we will be continuing our Valentine's topics right here on Hello Pilipinas. Again, it is now 10 in the morning. We will be right back right here on Hello Pilipinas after the break. Stay with us.
Ang mga ketchup ilalagay mo sa FOFBTN ketchup with tomato. Ilagay sa ketchup ng itlog, chicken, at hotdog. Ang masarap ng pagkain sa ketchup, 80 pesos lang. Sa FOFBTN ketchup na. Ang FOFBTN beer, pang-alak yun sa beer. Ang sarap, ang lakas, pero di wasag lakas ang tama, sa FOFBTN beer, from FOFBTN Brand Enterprises. Itigil nyo pag-ubo ng plema, dahil habang nag-oras na tulugan. Huwag yung ubuhin pag plemang-plema, dapat mag-FOFBTN-DM, para tanggal with formula, para mawala ng plema sa ubo. Itigil nyo pag-ubo sa plema mo. Huwag tiisin ang lamunan mo sa ubo, mag-FOFBTN-DM.
Incremin ay iron supplement na tumutulong sa mental development ng bata kapag kulang sa iron.
Kailangan niya ng tulong.
Bigyan siya ng Incremin.
Earl John Pure Water na toxic na sa OMS. Pag Earl John Pure Water, para ang tangali ng toxic, huwag mo kakainin sa kanton. Sa Earl John Pure Water na 8 pesos lang.
No matter how you wash your body, there remains dirt inside you. So
Drink FOFBTN pineapple juice.
every day. It's fiber enriched. It's like giving your inner body a shower.
Drink FOFBTN pineapple juice. All new FOFBTN conditioner, remove ng buhol hairfall, tinanggal na ang brand X conditioner. Pag shampoo lang, kulang, mag FOFBTN conditioner, from FOFBTN brand products. Mga ipis ng plato at kutsara pinagbabaho ng brand X ng dishwashing liquid, na export na, ang gamit ng FOFBTN dishwashing liquid, para tangalin na brand X sa dishwashing liquid, walang baho ng ipis, 13 pesos lang, sa FOFBTN dishwashing liquid.
Dahil mga germs na yan ang daming disinfectant brand X, ito ang rekomenda ng gamitin ng FOFBTN disinfectant spray, that kills 100 calcium germs para namatay ng germs ng brand X. Mag-FOFBTN disinfectant spray, bili na, 40 pesos lang.
Ang Tagalog powder milk. Mga children sa bata ng 1 taon hanggang 3 taon old. Mag-Tagalog powder milk. Para sa 1 to 3 years old. The use of milk supplements must only be upon the advice of a health professional.
Ang lakas ng kidlat o kulob, ito na lang gagamitin ng FOFBTN fabric conditioner, para mawala ng kulob at kidlat from sampayan. Mas pinabango, sa FOFBTN fabric conditioner.
Hello guys, ako po si Mr. Kyle G. Montaño po. Absent ako sa late ng news anchor ng TG Patrol, kasama si Montaño Santiago, late na ako. At pagkatapos, ang hirap magbasa ng newspaper at ang sakit ng ulo sa sikat ng araw. Ito na ang solusyon dyan. Ito ang KM Cola Original.
Ang KM Cola Original may iron, taurine at B vitamins. Ang ating malakas ang ating katawan at kalusugan at malusog araw-araw.
Ang sarap. Try ninyo ang KM Cola Original. KM Cola Original. Bili na sa Joray sa Pamarket. 15 pesos lang.
Pati mga germs gumagamit ang sabon, pati brand X pa rin, ibalik ang brand soap mo. Ito ang gagamitin ng FOFBTN Soap Pure White, para tanggalin ang germ protection ng sabon, in as fast of 2 minutes. Tanggal ang germs, walang dumi. Ito ang gagamitin ng FOFBTN soap, tanggalin ang germ protection, walang dumi.
Hello guys, ako po si Mr. Kyle G. Montaño po. Absent ako sa late ng news anchor ng TG Patrol, kasama si Montaño Santiago, late na ako. At pagkatapos, ang hirap magbasa ng newspaper at ang sakit ng ulo sa sikat ng araw. Eto na ang solusyon dyan. Ito ang KM Cola Original.
Ang KM Cola Original may iron, taurine at B vitamins. Ang ating malakas ang ating katawan at kalusugan at malusog araw-araw.
Ang sarap. Try ninyo ang KM Cola Original. KM Cola Original. Bili na sa Joray sa Pamarket. 15 pesos lang.
It is now 10:06 in the morning, and now we are getting into our news roundup with our cool news early edition. I'm Caro Mega, and let's get into the headlines. The International Criminal Court has rejected an appeal by former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, who sought to reverse a previous decision declaring him fit to take part in pre-trial proceedings on his crime against UBT case. The pre-trial chamber publicized its decision in an 11-page ruling issued on February 13, arguing that Duterte's camp failed to raise appealable issues on the court's January decision that rejected an indefinite adjournment of the former president's case. Citing the court's long-established jurisprudence, the chamber recalled the exceptional character of the remedy of interlocutory appeals, saying that the following requirements must be met in order for leave to appeal to be granted, in which a decision must involve an issue that would significantly affect both the fair and expeditious conduct of the proceedings or the outcome of the trial. In the view of the pre-trial chamber, an immediate resolution of the issue by the appeals chamber is warranted, as it may materially advance the proceedings. The pre-trial chamber then noted that an appealable issue is an identifiable subject or topic requiring a decision for its resolution, not merely a question over which there is disagreement or conflicting opinion. The decision states it must emanate from the relevant decision itself. It cannot represent a hypothetical concern or abstract legal question. Some 11,000 police officers will be deployed across key areas on February 25th to scare prayer and indignation rallies against corruption and activities commemorating the 40th anniversary of the EDSA People Power Revolution, the Philippine National Police or PNP said. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Randolph Tuano said in a Friday briefing that the police force is fully prepared to scale all events leading to a 3rd trillion peso march and the anniversary of EDSA People Power 1. He said, "We want to state that the PNP is ready to maintain peace and order during the conduct of any activities on February 25th. He added that the Quezon City government received a letter or memorandum dated February 10 addressed to the district director of the Quezon City Police District. The letter identified the 5 organizations led by the Trillion Peso March and stated that they would conduct a prayer and indignation rally. The Chinese embassy in Manila warned on Friday that moves by some Philippine senators to target its diplomats could jeopardize economic ties between the two countries and cost millions of jobs for Filipinos as the tensions between Beijing and lawmakers over the West Philippine Sea continue to escalate. In a strongly worded statement, embassy spokesperson Ji Lingpeng criticized proposals by some senators to declare a Chinese diplomat persona non grata or to recall the Chinese ambassador. He called these efforts political posturing and noted that only the executive branch could take such actions. Xi said any serious damage to diplomatic relations, including downgrading of those relations, would cost millions of jobs, urging lawmakers to consider the potential economic impact of the proposals and to approach diplomatic matters with caution. The embassy's statement follows Senate President Tito Soto's response to an early criticism from the Chinese embassy to the February 9 Senate Resolution number 256. The resolution condemned the Chinese embassy's statement, which improperly criticized Philippine officials for defending national sovereignty and maritime rights. Soto and several senators had discussed filing a resolution recommending that President Marcos declare Xi's deputy a persona non grata, but agreed to just pass the resolution instead. In a Fiverr message to reporters on Thursday, Soto said, When someone triggers you to react and you do not, it's annoying. I prefer to be annoying. G urged senators to ensure that their public statements reflect an understanding of international relations. The Chinese diplomat said this: when it comes to serious diplomatic affairs, some politicians behave like children playing house. Could they at least try to act like adults? There was no immediate comment from Senate leadership to the embassy's latest statement. G has now responded to requests from the Inquirer seeking elaboration on his warning concerning loss of Filipino jobs. Only 27% of adult Filipinos have experienced cheating by their partners, while almost half of, or 43%, believe trust can still be restored in a relationship despite infidelity, according to the Social Weather Stations, or SWS, survey released February 12, 2 days before Valentine's Day. According to that poll conducted late last year among 1,200 adults, the 27% who dealt with unfaithfulness constituted 1 in every 4 Filipinos who personally witnessed or experienced some form of cheating in a relationship. In contrast, 72% said they had not experienced infidelity, the survey said. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Friday said the timetable for the Metro Manila subway project is ahead of the schedule as he led the groundbreaking ceremony of its Kalayaan Avenue and Bonifacio Global City stations in Taguig City. Marcos said in his speech, I join with you in our optimism and excitement as we gather here for the groundbreaking of the Kalayaan Avenue and Bonifacio Global City, or BGC stations. This segment will link the Shell Bolivar station, which we just came from and we inspected. I'm happy to report that the progress is proceeding and the work is proceeding, and we are very much on schedule. In fact, we have accelerated the process and we are moving even more quickly than that, he added. The Kalayaan Avenue station will be located beneath 11th Avenue and the Uptown open parking area, while the BGC station will be situated along McKinney Parkway between Serendra and Market. According to Marcos, the BGC stations are projected to serve over 200,000 passengers daily during their opening year. Once the 33-kilometer subway is operational, Marcos said travel time from Venezuela City to BGC will be reduced from 1.5 hours to just 29 minutes. This will also significantly improve airport connectivity. From Quezon City to Manila Airport, the travel time will be shortened from more than 1 hour to 35 minutes, he also said. Now for the weather, rains and cloudy skies are forecast to prevail in some parts of the country due to 3 weather systems on Valentine's Day, according to the State Weather Bureau. It is 5 a.m. weather forecast. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration, or PAGASA, said that the northeast monsoon will affect northern Luzon, shear line in the eastern portion of central and southern Luzon, and eastern lines in the southern area of the country. PAGASA weather specialist Loridin de la Cruz Galicia noted that the northeast monsoon will bring cloud skies and isolated rain showers over Batanes, Babuyan Islands, and Ilos Norte. The shear line, or the convergence of warm and cold winds, will result to cloudy skies with high chances of rain over mainland Cagayan, Isabela, Aurora, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, Bulacan, Rizal, Quezon City, Quezon Province, Laguna, and Camarines Norte. De la Cruz Galicia also said that generally fair weather conditions with chances of rain showers and localized thunderstorms are forecast over the rest of the zone, including Metro Manila. She added that hotter temperatures are expected in many areas in the past few days, except in the upland areas. Meanwhile, the weather specialist said that easterlies, or the warm winds coming from the Pacific Ocean, will bring cloud skies and scatter rain showers and thunderstorms over Davao Oriental, Davao Occidental, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. She also shared that no gale warning is raised in any seaboards of the country, and no low pressure area is expected to enter the Philippine area of responsibility within 2 to 3 days. And finally, for our global headlines, the Trump administration is urging other nations to press a tiny Pacific island country to withdraw a United Nations draft resolution supporting strong action to prevent climate change, including repatriations for damage caused by any nation that fails to take action. In guidance issued this week to all U.S. embassies and consulates abroad, The State Department said it strongly objects to the proposal being discussed by the UN General Assembly and that its adoption could pose a major threat to U.S. industry. According to the cable sent Tuesday and obtained by the Associated Press, this is what Trump has said in a very clear message, that the UN and many nations of the world have gone wildly off track, aggravating climate change into the world's greatest threat. It is the latest move by the Trump administration to distance the U.S. from climate change efforts at home and around the world. A day ago, the government revoked a scientific finding that long has been the central basis for U.S. action to regulate greenhouse gas emissions. The U.S. last month also announced plans to withdraw from the UN treaty that establishes international climate negotiations. The draft resolution sponsored by Vanuatu, which like many island nations fears for its survival because of climate change, is being circulated among the 193-member General Assembly and stems from a landmark advisory opinion by the UN's top court last July. The International Court of Justice said countries could be in violation of international law if they fail to take measures to protect the planet from climate change, and nations harmed by its threat could be entitled to repatriations. All UN member states, including major greenhouse gas emitters like the US and China, are parties to the court. The opinion is not legally binding, but was hailed as a turning point in international climate law. The draft resolution expresses determination to translate the ICJ's findings into considerate multinational action and calls on all nations and regional organizations to comply with their obligations under international law related to climate change. The proposal says that includes adopting a national climate action plan to limit global temperature rise to below 1.5 degrees Celsius based on subsidies for fossil fuel exploration, production, and exploitation, and urging those in violation to provide full and prompt repatriation for damage. It will establish an international register of damage to record evidence and claims. Vanuatu's UN Ambassador Otto Ivy, who said his country or island country wants a vote on the resolution by the end of March, has stressed that it would ensure that the clarity in the ICJ ruling strengthens global climate action and multilateral cooperation. Louis Charbonneau, UN Director of Human Rights Watch, urged support for the draft resolution Friday and said governments should live up to their obligation to protect human rights around the world by protecting the environment. He said responsible governments shouldn't allow themselves to be bullied by those that reject the global scientific consensus and continue to support reliance on harmful fossil fuels. While General Assembly resolutions are also not legally binding, the ICJ said taking action to deal with the climate crisis is an international obligation. Candy Alfim, climate justice researcher and legal advisor at Amnesty International, said in a statement Friday, the resolution attempts to turn the ICJ's interpretation of key legal standards into a practical roadmap for state accountability, which is likely to trigger political pushback from higher income, high-emitting countries wary of their historical responsibility and financial ability. The State Department cable outlined plans to tell other countries to urge Vanuatu to withdraw its draft, which the US says is even more problematic than the court opinion from consideration by Friday when informal consultations began. It asserted that other group of 7 economic powers, as well as China, Saudi Arabia, and Russia, have all indicated to the US mission to the UN that they share America's concerns with aspects of the draft. This UNGA, or UN General Assembly resolution, is another example of UN overreach, part of a broader pattern of trying to use speculative climate models to fabricate purported legal obligations that seek to assign blame and encourage baseless claims and to infer human rights obligations to which states have not agreed, according to the cable, which tells US diplomats to use it as a talking point with representatives of other countries. Many mainstream scientists have continuously warned that climate change is behind increasing instances of deadly and costly extreme weather, including flooding, droughts, wildfires, intense rainfall events, and dangerous heat. It is now 10:19 in the morning, and that is all for the news roundup with Cool News Early Edition. We will have more headlines later at 5:15 p.m. on TV Portal Weekend in Tagalog, and at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. via My Tulugan with Cool News Primetime. This has been Cool News Early Edition. I'm Kyle Pekka, and we will now be taking another commercial break as we will be continuing our Valentine's topics to discuss and share with you what's coming up right here on Hello Pilipinas. Stay along with us.
Lulutuin natin ng siomai chaopan para lalagay ng kanin. Para kakainan tayo ng siomai chaopan. 85 piso lang. Mag-choking siomai chaopan.
Ang pawisan tayo ang pampaligo. Mag Johnson's Baby Soap. Tanggalin ng pawis. Para mawala na pawis. Para paligo sa anti-pawis. Mag Johnson's Baby Soap. Nasa baby powder na. Pagmamahal ang mga bata.
Bakit lutein lang sa mata? Pwedeng kumain sa vegetables ng mata. Baka lutein lang. Ito lang mag-Centrum Advance para tanggalin ang lutein ng mata. Hindi pwedeng pakakain ng vegetables sa mata. Magsalamin sa mata sa cellphone at computer. Mag-Centrum Advance. Mata sa lutein. Mag-Lestro Grow para sa grow ang nutritiyan. Para nakakatulong sa tiyan. Para sa mga bata. Ang pag-iinumin ng gatas sa Grow Nutritiyan. Mag-Lestro Grow para sa nutritiyan. Ang dumi ng damit. Bakit brand X ng detergent? Mag-Ariel Sunrise Fresh. Para tatanggalin ng dumi ng damit. Maglalaba. Huwag madumi. Ariel, todo linis, iwas gastos. Sumakit ng ulo at lagnat. Ang init sa katawan ng init. Mag-paracetamol. TGF Pharma, tanggal ang lagnat at sakit na ulo para mawalan ng lagnat sa umaga hanggang gabi. Tanggal ang lagnat at sakit ulo, mag-paracetamol. TGF Pharma, no headache. Ang dumi ng mansya, brand X. Kasi, hindi pwede brand X. Sa detergent bar, agong TGF. Detergent bar, para tanggalin ang dumi ng mansya. Para mawala ang dumi ng mansya, tanggal. Ang dumi, tanggal ng mansya. 22 pesos lang sa TGF Detergent Bar, available na sa TGF Detergent Powder. Putang ina yan, ipis na yan, ang dumi ng plato at kutsara pinagbabaho ng brand X. Ang dishwashing liquid, bagong TGF Dishwashing Liquid, tanggalin ang dumi at baho, itigil nyo ng brand X ang dishwashing liquid, tanggalin ang dumi sa TGF Dishwashing Liquid.
Habang buhay, ako sa'yo'y maghihintay. Hinding-hindi kukupas pag-ibig na tunay. Umaraw man o ulan, di sasablay. Pintado sa aking puso, pag-ibig na tunay.
TGF Paint, basta TGF Paint, mas maganda paint. From TGF Brand Enterprises, Quality Brand Company. Ang init, hindi kaya ng deficiency na pakod. Bagong TGF Adult Milk, tibay ng work mga adults. At para magtrabaho sa work nyo, mag-TGF Adult Milk, tibay na sa trabaho.
Welcome back to the program. It is now 10:24 in the morning, and now as we continue our Valentine's special right here on Hello Pilipinas, we will be talking about the arts and culture. Let's get my screen share up. Okay, so we are talking about the Leon Gallery and ACC Philippines, which are going to be they will be launching their annual benefit auction. So Leon Gallery and the Asian Cultural Council Philippines Association Incorporated will officially launch the Asian Cultural Council Auction 2025, which will be happening today at 2 p.m. Now, in its 11th year, this annual benefit auction is built on the shared interest in advancing the creative virtuosity of Filipino artists and their willingness to spread their wings abroad, thereby fostering harmonious cultural dialogues. The generous membership between Leon Gallery and the ACPP has since produced more than 40 grantees across painting, sculpture, music, dance, theater, art criticism, art conservation, and museology. The Asian Cultural Council auctions marks Leon's Gallery's opening salvo for the new year. So our first one we have is Patricio Gaston O. Farrell. Right here. This is the first arguer saying right here. The spirit of collaboration runs deeper in this year's edition of the Asian Cultural Council auction. That is according to Leon Gary director Jime Ponce de Leon. Now in our 11th year of partnership with our friends from the ACC Philippines Foundation, this annual benefit art auction takes place on Valentine's Day, enduring the gift of love and generosity by remaining committed to championing the virtuoso of the Filipino artist, allowing him to spread his creative wings on foreign shores. ACC Philippines President Ernest L. A. Skiller also shared his warm sentiments for this annual auction. He said, for 11 years, the Asian Cultural Council Philippines Foundation Incorporated and Leon Gallery have stood side by side in a shared vision to champion the arts as a force that transcends borders, sparks dialogue, and shapes cultural leadership. This enduring partnership is rooted in the belief that art has the power to connect people, tell our stories, and carry the spirit of creativity forward to future generations of Filipino artists. Ponce de Leon noted that the major highlights for this year's AC auction underscored the remarkable collaborations between our esteemed Filipino artists. Baklom Padayon is a mural-sized painting by the Sanggawa Group, an artist collective organized by former Sanling Pusa members and now powerful voices in the contemporary art scene. Elmar Bolongan, Mark Justiniani, Joy Malari, Karen Flores, and Federico Sever. The title is a Cebuano praise that translates to move forward with hope, and it's a modern-day homage to Botong Francisco's iconic 1964 mural Filipino struggles to history. Palom Padayon encapsulates the Filipino people's collective power, fueled by a shared vision and hope for the nation's advancement. Another collaborative mural-sized painting is Muro Malan Santos' interaction with his two beloved sons, Solar and Steve. Painted in 2000, the new millennium, the colossal artwork marked Malang's 72nd birthday and his 4 decades in the art scene. The said masterpiece is especially notable and fitting for this Day of Love, as it was with the first collaborative work that Malang painted with his equally talented and artistic sons. Now, here's the artwork of the Mother of all Philippine Maps, which is an original copper engraving of Father Pedro Murillo Velasquez, Mapa de las Pilipinas. So this is the Mother of all Philippine Maps which you are seeing right here. So works by Patricio Gaston O. Farrell, the favorite student of Juan Luna, are also highlights of the sale, led by his copy of his mentor's now lost 1887 masterpiece, Portrait of Christ, depicting the weary Jesus as he is presented to Pontius Pilate for his trial. Portrait of Christ serves as a surviving memento of Luna's lost work, which he painted 4 months after his 1886 marriage to Pasparto de Vera to prove his religious piety to her wife. Another O'Farrell masterpiece, Sumbungan, depicts the betrayal of the Katipunan by a Katipunero, Teodoro Patino, who divulged its existence to Father Mariano Gil, then the parish priest of Tonto. The painting is one of O'Farrell's last works, painted a year before he died in 1942. Both Portrait of Christ and Sumbungan came from the collection of Gaston O'Farrell's daughter Edith. Now, we got this artwork that is the Port Authority series right here. And that is Dalino Delanos America, which is the only surviving work of an intended series right there. Anita Magsaysayho and her Queenan Barrio scene is one of her first paintings as a newlywed woman, and thus one of her first works signed with the iconic Anita Magsaysayho. The work was painted in the months after her marriage to Robert Ho, heir to the shipping fortune of one of Shanghai's most prominent industrialist families. Barrio Scene would be acquired by Paul H. Woods, who was once the president of the influential American Chamber of Commerce of the Philippines and also a former president of the Philippine subsidiary of the International Harvesters Company, an American manufacturer of agricultural equipment, machinery, and tractors. Another important work is which I showed you earlier, which will have embody his statistical impressions of the United States he first visited and witnessed in the late 1990s. Another arc you are seeing here is the rare and complete 40 volume set of Fray Juan de la Concepcion's Historia General de Pilipinas. The rare and complete 14-volume set, as just mentioned, graced the sale, further made significant by its inclusion of an original copper engraving of Father Pedro Murillo Velarde's Mapa de las Filipinas, or dubbed the Mother of all Philippine Maps. A first edition copy of Dr. Jose Rizal's El Filibuster Mismo is also a coveted lot, as it was signed and personally dedicated by the national hero to our fellow illustrado and compadre, the illustrious Don Trinidad H. Pardo de da Vera. This copy of the El Fili is a companion to the first edition copy of the Noli Me Tangere that was sold for a record-breaking price by Leon Gallery in September 2025. Ponce de Leon and Cellular eagerly invite everyone to participate in this most generous occasion. On this behalf of Dean Leon Gallery, join us as we continue our mission to support the Filipino artists and foster cultural exchanges across the globe. Ponce de Leon said. This Valentine's Day, let us allow love to prevail, one that cultivates passion for the arts and goodwill towards each other in building a culturally conscious nation. So here is the image of the first of El Filibuster Mismo. Again, this is the first edition copy right there. And finally, meanwhile, as Caler remarked, on this day of love, we invite you to be part of a collective effort that strengthens our cultural ecosystem and affirms the lasting power of art to inspire, connect, and transform. The Asian Cultural Council auction is happening today at 2 p.m. at Euro Villa 1, Rufino Corner, Legazpi Street, Legazpi Village in Makati City. Preview week was held yesterday from February 7 to 13 from 9 in the morning to 7 p.m. For further inquiries, you can email info@leon-gallery.com or you can contact their phone number that's at +63 288562781. And if you're interested in browsing their catalog, you can head over to the website at www.leon-gallery.com. And you can follow their Facebook pages or social media pages for timely updates. That is at Leon Gallery Makati and Instagram at Leon Gallery Makati. Again, for Facebook, you can head over to facebook.com/Leon Gallery Makati or through Instagram at Leon Gallery Makati. So, which one of the artworks will be looking forward to auction? What will you be getting? Which one suits you best? On to our next one, which we are talking about mugs. Oh yes, perfect for drinking coffee, of course. Oh yeah, so yeah, we are talking about the useful mugs and of course cute mugs for this Valentine's. So chocolates, flowers, jewelry, or whatever may be, the perfect Valentine's gift isn't particularly about the kind of item that is given, but rather the thought and emotion behind it. A one-of-a-kind necklace or bouquet of roses may undoubtedly dazzle, but even the simplest of gifts that convey, I thought about you, so I got this for you, will be remembered and cherished dearly. A simple mug, through quite mundane, plays a bigger part in our lives than we give it credit for. It sits on our desk as we come through our task for the day. It's there on days we need it most, with warmth from a hot drink that sits in our hands before it even touches our lips. And if you're feeling a little melancholic, the handiest of mugs will have you thinking of your partner whenever you miss them. It may not be the flashiest of gifts, but a mug that will be with your partner through thick or thin. What else would be that? Now we got Awesome, which recently opened its first store in the Philippines at One Alia Makati, has everything you could ever want: stylish power banks, adorable figurines, warm jackets, massive tumblers, comfy pillows, and more. Heck, even the collaborations with notable Japanese anime and Disney characters, mind you. But don't miss out on their wide selection of mugs. So far, we have really liked the daily coffee time mug, which is right there, which not only features a cute illustration but also a firm handle that comfortably wraps around the fingers, right there. During the recent visit, a similarly shaped Love Me, Love My Dog mug caught their eye, perfect for your dog parent partner, right there. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And these mugs will cost you 549 pesos for that. So, looking for a mug uniquely fit for your partner? Pape Melotti has a personalized skeleton mug where you can select from up to 28 characters designed by award-winning illustrator Robert Alejandro, and you can add your name plus any title or description to boot. Pretty cool. Now for Starbucks. Love appears in many forms and can strike unannounced whether you intended to or not. And if you have caught the love bug, you might as well get your partner Starbucks latest collection. Starbucks Love Bag features all sorts of mugs and tumblers, from a reusable straw to a heavy-duty tumbler, all featuring a bright pastel pink color. This is the latest pink colored mug right there you are seeing here. Hell yeah, look at that. You can even see they have a pink colored tumbler and a tumbler with a straw. Look at that. Looking cute. Once and for all, looks really cute. And in course pick right there, the 12-ounce Queen Love Bug with lid. Not only is it cute, but it's the only item in the collection with an actual love bug. Now for Notori. So love doesn't have to be flashy and grandiose. Steady and firm are the makings of a long-lasting and stable relationship, and this Notori stainless steel beer mug embodies that quite well. It has an easy to hold handle that ensures ease of use and is vacuum insulated to maintain a drink's temperature. As for the favorite, it's also resistant to condensation. And that mug right there will cost you 599 pesos. And the size is 630 milliliters. And since after all, a beer mug, it can hold up to 500 milliliters of beer, foam included. And now for crate and barrel, which we can keep in subtle. On the note of subtlety and steadiness, a problem with Valentine's gifts is that while cute, they can be too cute, too pink, or have too many hearts and roses to fit into daily use. In short, fun when you receive it, a little cheesy to keep using it daily. Crate and barrels, while the mug, made exclusively in Portugal, features flecks of brown reactive glace and a freeform rim. With a sand-colored look, it can also fit any occasion from long days at the home office to an evening celebration with friends and family. And there you have it. So these are the mugs featured. These are your feature mugs which you can get for the Valentine's. Perfect for your partner, perfect for your fiance, and heck, even perfect for your girlfriend or boyfriend too. And what will you be getting? What will you look forward to? And I also forgot to mention, the daily coffee time mug is the starting price of a cheaper mug to get. That will be around 239 pesos. So what kind of mug would you like to what kind of mug would you want to get for yourself or your partner for this Valentine's? I would like to know. Okay, and well, we are now talking about the good vibes with our wedding. So choosing our wedding gown is a singular of the emotionally charged moment. Sometimes it's marked by looming wedding date wedding day deadlines, and the pressure of getting every detail down pat, perhaps a little cranky from carb-free salad-centered diets too. But more often than not, picking a wedding dress as a sentimental moment surrounded by love as mother's smooth fabric, sisters drop opinions, or girlfriends chattered with a glass of champagne, all accompanying the bride to be. Some brides arrive knowing exactly what they want. Others discover it serendipitously through a chance encounter with a dress, found after one fitting after another. Whether heirloom or couture, each gown means tons more than your run-of-the-mill dress. It's also the article of clothing chosen with the person they would soon meet at the altar in mind. And if one thing is for sure, these brides chose dresses that reflect not only their personal style, but also how they wish to walk into marriage with the person they love, ready to begin a new chapter of life, side by side, one step at a time. So here's Carmia Fontuna Forest. 3 weeks before my wedding, I made a last-minute call to Tito Ino Soto. I already had a more casual but lovely dress, yet something in me, maybe even Tita Margue, pushed me to reach out. Tito Ino was really meant to make my gown from the start. He had already had my measurements and knew the original plan, but this wedding came together quickly because of the circumstances, so I took a chance and asked if he could still do it. To my surprise, he said yes. I told Tito Ino I wanted a simple silhote and light fabric. Our wedding was held at Amado's family home in Cubao with fewer than 120 guests. We knew we would be having a bigger celebration in 2026, so this wedding, like the dress, was meant to be simple and easy. I only had one fitting, and I loved the dress immediately. I trust Tito Ino stayed calm through the process and was truly happy with how everything turned out. Tito Margaret sorted it all out, is what I think. Now we have Erica Consumption Reyes. My wedding gown was a vintage Roman Valera piece passed down from my mother-in-law, lovingly reworked by a New Yorker. The original gown reflected the craftsmanship and quiet elegance Valera was known for, and the rework was done with care to preserve its character. Wearing it felt deeply personal and meaningful, a natural merging of heritage, family, and love. Now, Dominique Juanco Hearn. With no dress or style in mind, two of my closest friends and I treated the fittings as dress up, letting curiosity guide us. We ended up choosing a gown by Elisa. It's intricately worked, with sequins and textile elements forming clusters of small flowers across the across the surface. The veil draped beyond the length of the gown with sequin detailing that echoed the dress and stood out against my dark hair. In a cinematic moment, my friends and I knew which dress to choose without saying a word. Now to Rob CUY, which she said this. Choosing my wedding dress wasn't an exactly aha moment. I traveled to South Korea and tried on gown after gown, each feeling more beautiful than the last, and weighing every option to make sure I was choosing the perfect one. It took time, going back and forth between the different ateliers and a whole lot of consideration to eventually find the one. I grounded my decision on three key factors. First, the setting. I wanted a dress that felt right for the venue and complemented the natural beauty of Boracay. Second was comfort. Something I could move in and wear with ease throughout a whole day of festivities. Most importantly, it had to feel like me, aligned with my personal style and tailored perfectly to my body. After what felt like 100 try-ons, I ultimately chose a Daniel Frankel gown called Pohe or Pope. The hand-crinkled satin and soft pleating moved effortlessly, echoing the waves of the sea. It was in the most perfect shade of white, the silhouette was incredibly comfortable, and the open back dip neckline combination felt true to my style. At the end of the day, the right dress is the one that makes you feel most comfortably yourself, and I'm so glad I found mine. And finally, the last story from Muddy
Kalija Chion Bian. I think, like many girls, I knew I wanted to get married. I wanted to get married in a Venia room of or VR dress. My custom wedding gown by Venia was a true piece of craft made entirely in delicate Pina fabric. I was really drawn to Pina for its natural color, soft, warm, and quietly beautiful, and for the care and skill it demands to work with. Beautifully stewed by Venia and her team, it had a scotch bondized, delicate buttons, and a classic VR job skirt, silhouette. The dress felt timeless, quiet, but so intentionally so. I paired it with the most gorgeous and dramatic mantilla veil with French lace, also by Venia. Oh boy, those stories are very heartwarming, as they say, because again, they have to look for a perfect wedding gown, and I feel that way. So it's good that it's good that they are happy what they have here. So yeah, what a happy ending for these girls who have managed to find their perfect meaning for them. So, what are your favorite stories that we have read so far? What have you learned? Let us know. And now, oh boy, we are down to the last two. Oh boy. How do we express love in Filipino style? Well, English speakers use the word love to express an entire field of deep human connection. Of course, we can use as many synonyms such as adore, cherish, and admire, but nothing hits quite as deeply as love. When we love people, animals, and things, we adore, cherish, and admire them. They belong to us as much as we belong to them. They are to us for profoundly valuable. Now, our first Filipino term is mahal kita. In Filipino, when we talk about value, we use the same word for love, mahal. When something is mahalin, it means that something is both expensive and very, very special. But what is the opposite of mahal? It is mura, which means cheap. But mura is also what we say when we cheapen someone with our words. When we put them down, minumura. When we give value to someone, minamahal natin sila. So much has been said about how the word kita is so special in our language since it is both I and you. When a person says I love you, it implies an I that expresses a thing called love, a separate, distinct you. But when we say mahal kita, the validation happens together between both of us. But let us not get distracted by this, because we also use kita in phrases like saksaktin kita and papaksakin kita. In any case, kita just refers to a participation. You cannot hurt me without me allowing you to hurt me, and in the same way, I cannot love you if you do not allow me to love you. Now, there are differences between ibig and irok. So there are two different words, what I'm referring to right here. So we have ibig and irok. The differences is that one is internal and the other is external. Ibig is a deep desire, not simply pag nanasa or want, but a longing, a yearning. If I tell you what I truly mean, that is ibig sabihin. If we share desires and passions and dreams, you are my friend or kaibigan. But ibig then is the act of desiring, that is my desire, my yearning for you. Irok is expression of love, like hugging, kissing, or holding hands. It is a kind of pagsuyo. If you want to say inirok kita, then show it. Now, how to say I love you the Filipino way? But how do you show love? This is where the so-called love languages come in. Remind me of my value, words of affirmation. Hold me closely and dearly, physical touch. Share enriching activities with me, quality time. Provide for me, give gifting, and treat me well, acts of service. This is basically pag-ibig sa isip, sa salita, at sa gawa. Love Filipino style is about value, meaning mahal, desire, meaning ibig, and expression, meaning irok. Knock on the door of your lover's heart. Sing to them, even if you cannot hold a tune. It is about honesty, sincerity, and truth. And if they like it, maybe they will open the door. There you go. So now you know the meanings of love, because there are so many meanings of love in Filipino. And now for a very difficult question, as we will be wrapping up in 10 minutes, I would say this. Why is love harder when the body is overloaded and depleted? Now, we're going to be reading this to you. Have you noticed how stress and exhaustion can quietly change the way you show up in a relationship? A tired body makes affection and connection more challenging. We run out of patience quickly, smaller misunderstandings can grow, and conversations feel heavier than they need to be. The love isn't or hasn't disappeared, it's just harder to express and feel when energy is drained. Your partner can always support you, but they're not responsible for managing your life or your body. Everything begins with you. Intentional care for your health and well-being lays the foundation for how you love and connect. How an overloaded and depleted body can affect your relationship and what to do about it. Well, number one, low energy often leads to less connection and affection. Lack of sleep, poor nutrition, low fitness, and chronic stress drain your energy, making it harder to focus on small beats of affection. And here are your steps how to protect your energy. Prioritize sleep and take micro breaks throughout the day. When they focus on regulating my nervous systems or their nervous systems, they found themselves more present for their husband, able to respond to his needs with more care and attention than ever before. Move your body, even in short sessions, to boost strength, mood, and general resilience. Eat foods that support feel-good hormones such as leafy greens, eggs, berries, and stews, rather than ultra-processed, high-sugar, low-fiber foods that can disrupt hormones, trigger mood swings, and increase cravings. And simplify commitments by letting go of an unimportant social obligations. Ask yourself, could that energy be better spent with my partner, deepening our connection? I'm asking again, could that energy be better spent with my partner, deepening our connection? You should ask yourself now. Number two, chaos makes it harder to remain calm and compassionate. A modern life full of responsibilities without a clear mind and an organized environment gets short in tolerance and less in empathy. This can easily lead to frustrations and misunderstandings, prompting you to act more defensively and even reject hurtful words, which I obviously do not want to have in my brain right now. These can leave your partner feeling hurt, unseen, and unheard. Remember, any gesture, word, or sound is significant, and even unintentional ones can affect the relationship. Remember that. And how can you establish calmness in your life? Well, reflect on how your actions, words, and overall mood are affecting your partnership. Maybe sometimes you just need that me time to do something good for yourself so you can regroup, become more passionate, and stop taking your partner for granted. Create a home that feels like a wellness sanctuary. Strategize, declutter, and minimize. Invest in your environment. A calm, organized home leads to greater connection and clarity with yourself and your partner. And finally, set aside time during meals or before bed to share how your day went. Put away your phones, turn off your TV, and practice mindfulness together by feeling each other's presence. And to add right here, reflect is done through journaling. If you have a journal notebook with you, write that down right now. How is your day going? How do you feel? How your day went? Write that down on your journal book right now. Number three, avoiding communication through quick fixes deepens the instance. Sometimes when something feels wrong in the relationship and stress goes unmanaged, some couples avoid constructive communication and just look for quick fixes to lighten the emotional load, such as constant phone scrolling, binge watching, eating more and often, or unplanned escapes. These habits may bring momentary relief, but they rarely address what actually needs care. They often create more stress long term, replacing genuine presence with distraction and meaningful connection with convenience. How to start the dialogue at home? Well, cook simple, nourishing meals at home. Preparing food for one another is a meaningful expression of care, attention, and love. Take a relaxed walk after dinner. Do a light workout side by side, or play with your pets or kids and notice how shared movement shifts your energy. And try a quiet home couples retreat. Sit together with a notebook and share honest, feel-good reflections. You can begin with simple but meaningful questions. What do you love about me? What can I do, say, or give to help you feel more love? What hopes or dreams do you still want us to share together? Love deepens through presence, honest communication, and mutual experiences. And finally, when you're depleted, the relationship carries the weight. Physical depletion can create or amplify irritability, paranoia, blame, and tension, commonly leading to unavoidable arguments. Because of these negative thoughts, intimacy, whether physical, emotional, or mental, naturally starts to suffer. Now, how to start or how to pursue self-care to protect your relationship? Have a simple, healthy routine. Allot at least 3 minutes of deep, focused breathing as soon as you wake up, drinking 2 liters of water a day, and walking or moving for up to 10 minutes right after meals. Small but regular steps can change your energy and bond with your partner. Instead of blaming your partner for how you feel, pause and look at your own health first. Go see a doctor if needed. Eat more greens, lift weights, go to bed earlier, enjoy the whole process, and the results will go beyond expectations. If you think you have tried everything and still feel uncertain or overwhelmed, get in touch with family, friends, or our counselor for support. You don't have to figure it all out on your own. Take care of your body and take care of your mind and body now, so that you have more confidence in expressing your deepest needs while in turn showing up for your partner with more patience, presence, and care without forcing it. This is your deep reminder to always watch over your mental health and physical health, because whatever happens to whatever happens to your body, whatever happens to your mental state, you need to be wary and take care of yourself. If you know someone who is going through difficulties right now, always remember to prioritize their mental health and physical health. It is now less than 2 minutes before we leave the airwaves, and now before we say goodbye to our Valentine's special of Pilipinas, we have a Hello Pilipinas special that will be taking place this February 16, 18 to 20. So yeah, I don't know where's the dates, but I am pretty sure Hello Pilipinas will be having its special coverage this February 16 to 20. So yes, I repeat, we will be having our Fun Week 2026 coverage from APEX schools, brought to you by CN Education. Again, that will be held from February 16 to 20 on Cool FM and Sen Radio, with our Hello Pilipinas special coverage together with DJ Sen. And with that, once again, happy Valentine's Day to everyone, to those who are celebrating, and make sure to endure your loved ones, endure your family members, and of course, spread the kindness to what matters the most. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And with that, that brings us to the end of Hello Pilipinas today. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I hope you're all having a wonderful Valentine's morning, or wherever you are. And we will be back again on a special coverage of Hello Pilipinas that is on February 16th. This has been the Valentine's episode of Hello Pilipinas. I am Caro Pega, and we will see you on Monday for Hello Pilipinas special coverage. Good morning and happy Valentine's Day. Goodbye for now.
kilig, tawanan, musika at iba pa, nandito lang yan. Ano man ang iyong nararamdaman, mayroon kaming tugstugan para dyan. Saan man, kailan man.